Hi, my name is Rad, and today we will be talking about why should you stop tweezing and waxing your facial hair. Does it feel like an impossible task to stop tweezing or waxing your facial hair? Hear me out. I've been there myself, always looking for the perfect light, keeping the tweezers in all my rooms, car, and all my bags. Before I learned what electrolysis was, I was always looking for that miracle product, that new revolutionary wax, depilatory creams, you name it. If you have watched any of my previous videos, you know I'm a licensed electrologist. But today I'm not here to solely talk about electrolysis. I'm here to explain why tweezing and waxing makes things even worse for you and what can you do instead before you are ready to move towards something more permanent like electrolysis or laser. Feel free to hit the subscribe button if you're interested in more electrolysis topics and PCOS related content. Why should you stop tweezing or waxing your facial hair? The reason is simple. Whenever you pull the hair out of the skin, you are causing a micro injury in there. And so the body sends a blood supply that way in order for the area to be healed. Whenever more blood supply builds up in that area, the hair is suddenly getting more food, and that's how it becomes much thicker over time. And so when I introduce electrolysis to that area, my number one job is to cut off the hair from the blood supply. And so it starts starving and becomes thinner over time and stop growing altogether. So your number one homework is to stop tweezing and pulling the hair out of your skin because you are creating even bigger problem for yourself. Another reason why should you stop tweezing that hair out is you will always leave something behind in that follicle. I know you're trying really hard to yank the whole hair out, but trust me, there will be always some part of the hair left behind. If it is part of the root or root sheath, it doesn't matter. The chances are that the hair recovers much faster because there was some sort of cell left behind. Another reason for you to stop tweezing and waxing your facial hair is the ingrown hairs. We all hate them. I hear you. The reason why you're getting ingrown hairs is because whenever you yank the hair out of the follicle, it disrupts the whole natural growth of the follicle. And so when it's trying to make it back to the surface, it sort of cannot find its way because the whole root is all messed up now. And so it's growing, oh, I don't know which way to go. And it goes like this, and it creates a big ingrown that gets infected and causes even a bigger issue. So what can you do in order to control the hair growth without waxing and tweezing? It's shaving, my friend. I know it sounds terrible. I know it's not ideal, but you need to know that whenever you shave the hair from the surface, you're not causing any micro injuries down here, meaning you're not creating more hair growth. You're not stimulating the hair growth. The thing that you heard from your mom or grandma that whenever you shave the hair comes in thicker and darker, that is not true. That has been debunked a long time ago. If shaving sounds daunting, you can always trim with trimmers. You can always use cuticle scissors and cut the hairs real close to your surface. You might have to do this more often, and I hear you, especially if you have some sort of hormonal growth, you suffer from PCOS, or you're going through perimenopause or menopause, you might have to do it more frequently. And I understand that when you tweeze the hair, at least gives you a break for a while, but ultimately I think it's just not a sustainable way of moving forward, especially if you are down a road considering doing electrolysis or laser hair removal. Pro tip for you. You can exfoliate your face a couple times a week. I would use some sort of physical exfoliant. Here is my favorite product. It's from Arcona and it's called Cranberry Gamache. But you can use any sort of cleanser you're using right now and just put a little bit of sugar or coffee grinds in and gently exfoliate. Please don't be too harsh to your skin. It doesn't need it. All we need to do here is to just shed a little bit of the old skin. That way you get a little closer shave. And finally, when you are ready to move forward with something more permanent, just know that electrolysis is truly the only permanent hair removal that's out there. But some laser hair removal can help you with some sort of hair reduction. But please do yourself a favor and go to a trusted laser hair removal clinic where they do a thorough consultation with you, because in some rare cases, some more hair growth can come in after IPL. and it's called paradoxical hypertrichosis. And it's very unfortunate because you are coming in with some sort of problem and you don't need more hair on top of that. And so whenever I have these people in my office, I really feel for them because it is a heartbreaking situation. I know electrolysis isn't the cheapest treatment out there, but I want you to know that there is ways how to go about it in order for you to start even today. So whenever I do have a client come in, we go over all the history, what they did in the past to the hair. We talk about what goals the client has in mind and so on. And after that, I'll give you the ideal plan for what to do in order to get rid of the hair the fastest way. I will give you a timeline and so on. Now, that might not be possible for this client to come every other week for the next 3 months. Maybe they can only afford to come once a month, and that is fine. Please at least start that way, because if you're shaving in the meanwhile and then you come in for electrolysis treatment for 1 hour once a month, you are making a small dent into this journey, and it's something. You're making some sort of headway. So please don't give up. Even if you can just do 1 appointment a month, it's great. You're making a small step towards being hair-free. Last thing I would like to say today is I see you and I understand how difficult it is to deal with that facial hair on everyday basis, especially you with all the hormonal growth. It's a battle, but hey, it's just a hair and there is a way to get rid of it. And I want you to remember one important thing, and that is the hair most of the time isn't really visible to other people. It's there and I know you feel it and I know you see it, but that doesn't mean that everyone is seeing it. I totally get how self-conscious feeling that is. I've been there, I've done that. But many times people are like, oh, don't look at my chin. It's like, well, I wasn't looking at your chin to start with, and you are sort of bringing more awareness to it when you keep touching it and when you're trying to hide it and stuff like that. I mentioned this in the previous videos, but it can be a very lonely place, and I want you to share your struggle with your friends, because I guarantee you your friends have a similar issue and everyone's trying to do their best to hide it. I know it sounds like a crazy idea. It's an embarrassing thing to have a facial hair, but guess what? It's just the reality of today. We have a lot of hormonal imbalances on our hands, and facial hair just comes with it. And so you are doing your best. You're trying to get rid of the hair. And so take a deep breath and just say it's just hair. I know it's ruining your life, but it's just hair. And when you're ready for electrolysis, it will be there waiting for you. You got this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.